you wanted to wait until the scenario was about over, the B747-200 comes out in
Would go
1970,
yeah.
and that has enough range.
That has enough range to do it. Yes, pondering now what to do to get across the Pacific. Just seems like it's not going to happen. Alright. And it seems like we've got another turn where we're not going to do very much. I'm desperate to know how many slots are going to get out of Los Angeles, though. Tell you what I should do. We have
a... should be out now. It has a range of 6,060.
It does. It can't quite make it.
But it could, make, say, if you wanted to go from, say, right, you can't duplicate flights. Like, you couldn't make a flight from Beijing to Honolulu because you've got a hub in Los Angeles, right?
Yes. Well, and I believe in this game, Honolulu is not considered a big enough city to make a hub.
Right. I forget the rules between fucking Aerobiz and Aerobiz Supersonic.
Aerobiz Supersonic introduces this concept of, second-class communities where you can't, Right. I mean, it makes some... I can justify it for Aerobiz Supersonic by saying, yes, there are cities in the world where there is not the room... just not the physical, space zoned anywhere for an airport the size that you would need to have, an airline's major hub where they would have all of their flights going in, going out, that sort of thing.
So how are we going to make you more money, Bobo?
There are two things that we can do. One would be to get another DC-850 because we can afford another one. Because next turn we will have more slots in New York, and I would be able to put...
New York to Los Angeles?
Yeah, well, no. I did mean Los Angeles.
All right.
Flying in between LA and London.
Okay.
I could put another plane on that route, or let's see how much it is going to cost to open a route to Honolulu. Oh, it's only going to cost $11 million. So I could do that.
And you've got enough spare planes on hand to even make that route.
I've got, I think, 6 DC-6s just sort of sitting around.
Yeah, which will be sufficient enough to do that route.
I probably would only need 1, maybe 2. So, I guess the thing to do now would be to get another DC-8 to put that on the New York to London route.
Okay.
And, of course, we're getting inaccurate information right now. It may be that I'm not even filling up my New York to London flights. Under honest circumstances, because...
You mean Los Angeles to London?
I do. My North America to Europe inter-regional route. I'm gonna go ahead and gamble on it anyways, because otherwise we're just gonna be sitting around. We're gonna be sitting around anyways, but at least now I'll be sitting around playing a game.
Right. Beyond that, you still do have those 2 spare, negotiators. Is there some sort of amazingly cool asset you could purchase that would help generate additional revenue? Because I think that's a staple of how much money you're making.
Well, it was in the previous. We haven't gone into our business. We have a non-profitable business venture at this point. Bad roll. Let's no, you don't have to conduct the meeting. We just want to hear about our business holdings. This time around, we are losing money on business ventures. But,
you are,
but the Arts Pavilion in LA could be a bargain, apparently.
You're losing $3,190,000 for business ventures.
And I have the same number of business ventures as in the scenario that we loaded before.
So it's understandable that, its impact on your revenue would be lowered because you've kept the same number while growing. So, I guess, what all business ventures do you own?
All right, let's look at the antenna thing here that I believe will tell us. That'll tell us routes. That'll tell us our plane holdings. This will give me finances, will it? Cultural facilities. Here we go.
What a shitty way of looking through all of the facilities. You, like all the assets you own.
Well, hang on one cotton picking minute here. it's not telling me that I own money.
Isn't there like a left or right option? Is there like a scrolling thing?
Oh, yes, it wasn't listing all culture. Yeah, it's just cultural facilities. So I probably have hotels in a couple of regions or something. Okay, I have a Grand Hotel,
probably in New York.
Probably in New York, yes. Although that is making me how much money? None.
You're breaking
It is
even.
breaking even. And you know what? It's there. It has the potential to make money, and it is keeping Metlink from having a hotel in its home base. So, not that I don't know whether or not if I sold this, if I would get whether they would immediately hunt it down.
Let's just look at the other business ventures you own. Okay, you own a hotel.
I own the Grand Hotel
London.
in London.
How's that?
It is losing money.
It's losing you $4.5 million.
Yes.
Okay, so that means the third business venture, wherever that is actually generating you a profit.
Yes, and let's see, North America, so it's not one of those. Is it going to turn out to be... If I remember right, I think it might be in Southeast Asia, I have a bus route.
That's the only profitable business you own.
Yep. I should get in the bus business.
One of your hotels in New York is breaking even, and the one in London is losing you over $4 million.
Yes. I need to start Bus Biz Supersonic.
Now, I'm just throwing out there that could be a way for you to get an infusion of cash should you need to for, like, establishing routes.
It's true. It is a thing I could do. I kind of want to hang on to those just because, well, I mean, the London one just despite Metlink. Also, anything I can do to hobble them at this point because they're...
The London one despite Metlink.
No, that's the New York one. The London one I want because right now, and probably throughout this entire scenario, the one individual route that has the potential to do the most good for me is
Los Angeles
to London.
Okay.
So...
Now, Asshole McGee wanted you to get the Arts Pavilion here because it was such a great...
Yep. It's great value.
Now, what does the cultural building do for you? Like, what does the Arts Pavilion do for you?
The Arts Pavilion, you can run... In this game, advertising is done based off of types of... Yeah, like you can run different types of promotions. You can run a tourism, arts, and culture promotion, or you can run a... travel convenience one that boasts about how you have a charter airline and bus shuttles and stuff like that. Now, they have a Grand Hotel. If I had enough money, I could buy that.
And make no money off of it.
I could sell the New York Grand Hotel and buy the Los Angeles Grand Hotel with the proceeds, possibly. Or I could just buy the Arts Pavilion because of its low price. I could listen to Salaryman McGee and go ahead and pick this up. It is pretty cheap compared to everything else that's here. You know what? What the hell? It'll take 3 months. I'm gonna do it.
Best reasoning. What the hell?
What the hell? Some guy that works for me told me to do it, so I'm gonna do it. I think I'll still have enough money next turn to open up a route to Honolulu and a route to Miami. And I have enough planes in reserve, I should be able to do it without any trouble. So, let's go ahead and do that. We'll enter negotiations with London.
Oh, star out there. Oh!
Pepite! That's where everything is.
Wow. The fucking, all of the wonders of the world moved all the fucking way out there.
I have to imagine the island would be falling under the weight. Because that's how islands work. They're like big boats. It's gonna sink under the weight of all of these things.
Truth be told, I'm pretty confident I never fucking heard of that island until the game just flashed it to me. And I'm now looking at the... Oh, hello, ladies. Excuse me.
Oh, it's one of those types of islands, is it?
It is the capital of French Polynesia, an overseas country of France in the Pacific Ocean. It is located on the island of Tahiti. Okay, I know Tahiti, I just didn't know
of it as Papit. Well, we're not making as much money as La Air at this point, even.
I freely admit I did not know the capital of French Polynesia. I'm willing to concede that one.
I'm not going to, I'm not going to knock you for that.
Alright, so, amusingly enough, it's MetLink. You know, they are solely dominating in Oceania and South America and Africa, they don't even have control over their home region.
Yes. So, they're basically... We need to continue doing well in North America to block MetLink on two fronts.
Although, they did surge ahead in Europe.
Yes.
Despite not having the London Hotel.
So fancy. But as long as we can hold number one in North America, we will prevent them from being able to win, even if they hold number one in every other region. So that's good. Also, holding number one in North America does prevent them from having that overwhelming majority everywhere else, even though they're knocking it out of the park.
Yes,
unopposed.
You're being redundant on your layers of preventing them from winning. Good work, Momo.
I would rather have them not be succeeding on two victory conditions than just one.
I mean, literally, so long as you control their home region, it doesn't matter. Oh, yay, illusion. Well,
yay, that plane I was talking about. Oh, Britain wants something. Is it hotel profits? Because I can't give them any. Yay! Happy we bought something. Theme.
So, is there any value to you actually doing adverts? Since you have this ad pavilion, will that help generate more shekels for you?
I mean, in theory it should, but I mean, I've never really noticed that's how strong the effect of an advertising campaign is versus the cost of doing it. Oh, we can absolutely tell them, yes, we want to help out, because we're dirt poor. So, yeah, we'll back this project. Damn. I'm sorry, England. Not that sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yup. Alright, now we don't have the boost from... yeah, we no longer have the boost from the Olympics, and now we can see they're largely full, but they're not.
You're still hauling decent numbers, even to Tokyo.
Yeah, so let's see here, actually. How far are these routes? You could do Saipan. You could do Guam.
Both of those, either of those would take almost as much money as you have. Manila costs more than you have.
Oh yeah, I'm not planning on like doing it right now, just broadly speaking, there are things I could do.
Sure.
People gotta go to Guam, right?
But don't we need to focus on this whole profit engine so that you can expand at a quicker rate?
Oh man, speaking of profit engine, I recently picked up a, well not recently, I guess it was months back now. I was at a yard sale and I picked up a Genesis cartridge that's name was, oh, what was it, like Bounty Hunters or something like that? I can't even remember what it was. But when I went home and I looked it up, I realized it was just a renamed version of Chaos Engine. They just, for whatever reason, when they sold that for the Genesis, they decided to name it something completely different.
Yeah, there was a different naming between regions. The US version was called Soldiers of Fortune.
Soldiers of Fortune. There we go. That sounds right. So I'll have to check that out one of these days.
It is right.
That explains why it has such a truthful ring. All right, let's start a route here. Let's choose LA to Honolulu. I will use this plane on this route.
How many planes will you put here?
I will start with 3.
Alright, neat.
With an average fare. And let's start it.
So this route will need a number of turns in order to pay for itself, I'm sure. If it, say, earns you 2-3 million per turn, and it costs 10-11 million to create, you'll need like 4 or 5 turns to pay for it.
So it'll be paid off and be solely a money generator within a year. Well, a little over a year.
I mean, I guess the planes were just sitting around, so I won't factor in their cost.
Yeah.
Now, you want to expand that London-LA route?
Oh, I already did with the 1 extra DC-8 that we've got.
Oh, I looked away and missed it.
It's alright. Let's see whether or not we could do any more. Oh yeah, we can still get a few more slots here, which will be handy.
Of course, the US is still standoffish to you, which, if memory serves, is also inflating your price of airplanes from manufacturers in that region.
Yes. Although, at this point, I have loyalty bucks from...
Yes, you have your DC discount.
Yeah, which is, I guess, probably why I'm still using DC-6s for everything rather than moving over to 727s. But it might be something to look into doing in the future.
Well, like, every time, like, the opportunities have popped up, I know there's been at least one opportunity that you could have done, and I'm like, Bobo, you can't fucking afford it. Like, even though you can afford it, you can't afford it.
There we go. Let's start up another exciting route here. And we're back down to being nearly broke. But we opened 2 routes and expanded our number 1 money-generating route, so that seems like a productive turn.
Now, I am curious to know how much money you're still losing with that London hotel.
We can take a look at that. We can see how much...
Curious whether that loss of 4 million is a consistent thing.
Alright, well actually, let's take a look at this one too.
Oh, now that one's losing 4.5 million.
Now costing us money, no. And this one is breaking even. They're passing back and forth which one of them loses money.
Well, that means you're still losing money.
Yep. I didn't say that I wasn't losing money. I'm just like, well, that's interesting. This is still profiting us ever so slightly. Just under $1 million in profit. Let's see, 23 million, so I cannot afford another DC-8. Let's take a look at the routes here, see what we can do to tweak them. I could jack up the fares here, because that seems like good fun. Vancouver, I'm going to let sit pat. New York, we could certainly... Haha! Life is not fair for La Air. What about Metlink? Say yeah!
Life is not fair for La Air. In New York, you are certainly making a few shekels on that.
I'm charging significantly more than the other 2 airlines that have this route going.
I noticed.
And people still love it.
Clearly,
like I said,
you are cheating.
This game is not fair all the time. And that one looks to be almost perfectly adjusted because it's 98% full. So I'm gonna call that good. Let's take a look at how life is in Europe. I imagine there's not too much more I can do for any of these poor routes. Oh, Vienna. What's going on?
Checking the manual here, because I was curious. Alright. If your airline owns a hotel, passenger totals to the city will improve. Do they improve by enough to be worth the loss of $4.5 million?
It is a lot to lose. And that's looking okay. Alright, so that's fine. And we are flying in and out of Cairo. Those routes are just dandy. I might even raise the price of this.
Facilities increase the tourism level of the city. Service businesses increase the population of the city. And travel agency.
Beijing to Cairo. That's sad. Beijing to Osaka is making me sad. Please come fly with us. No, I think I had this specifically set at 40 because I found that there was not a marked improvement in passenger loads, even if I dropped it all the way down to minus 50. I feel like we optimized that as best we could. Even Tokyo. Sad. That's my Twitter voice. Sad.
Sad.
Shame. Now we could open a route between Beijing and London. Drop DC-8s on it. I know we don't have the money to. I'm just saying, like, it's theoretically...
Well, I know how you could get the money to.
I'm just saying it's theoretically possible given currently existing technology.
Yeah, it sure is. And, I think it would be worthwhile.
But if I drop the hotel in London, then it will be less likely to be a success.
Truth be told, I think the hotel in New York is the one that matters less. Like, let Metlink spend their money on that hotel. Like, you only have the singular route running to New York now. That's it. That's all you got.
Yes, but if they get a boost in their hub in their home region, which I'm beating them in right now.
We have no idea how much this nebulous boost actually is. Like, how much of a passenger boost is it really?
I don't know. We won't. You're suggesting that even after I went through the successful experiment of relocating my hub in a region mid-game, mid-playthrough, that we further experiment and decide how much it's actually worth to jip a competitor out of their home hotel.
You are only playing on what, like the middle difficulty setting, turbo?
Turbo.
I mean, my goodness, you have to. I mean, you gotta go big or go home. You're already in control of so many different regions despite playing as Beijing.
I'm actually not in control of any region other than, well, no.
Yes, you are.
Well, I was going to say other than North America and Southeast Asia.
Alright, yeah, so yeah, we just keep throwing regions out of the bus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you see how good we're doing in Southeast Asia.
Okay,
we're number one by virtue of no one else giving a shit.
Let's mark down how much money you're making off the Los Angeles to New York route, and then sell the hotel in New York City, and see how much the profit margin changes.
Oh, wait, Los Angeles to...
New York, yes. Because you have a hotel in New York.
I do have a hotel in New York.
So if you sell, we can like look at your profit numbers now on that route, and then sell the hotel and see how much your profit numbers change.
They won't change because it's already maxed out. LA to New York
if you sell the hotel, that theoretically reduces the number of passengers you have, which might reduce your load.
You said load. All right.
Work with me here, Bo. Or go back to middle school. Those are your only two options.
I am willing to entertain your.
Good.
Wow. I'm willing to entertain these ideas that you have going here. Although
Just my sedition.
Wait a minute. I want to hold on to it.
I'm gonna fucking shoot you.
I want to hold on to it until I'm ready to use the money that I gain from that sale someplace else. Like, as it is right now, we don't have the slots in Beijing.
As it is right now, you're either gonna break even or lose $4 million on it. So it's a net profit to sell it.
As it is right now, I don't have the slots in Beijing to do anything.
Why are you keeping an albatross around your neck? Do you like fish?
Alright, I'm gonna buy 3 slots here in Beijing.
Oh wait, an albatross is a bird, isn't it? Not a fish.
It is a bird. I thought maybe they ate fish, and that's what you were going for, but I'm not even sure that they eat fish.
Cardboard box, Major.
Ah, there you go. Cardboard boxes, those are materials that they've used to make
that's more
hats.
terrifying than anything that Lethal posted yesterday.
That thing's alright. Alright, so that'll take 3 months. You know what? Okay, if that's going to take 3 months...
It's happening!
That's going to take 3 months. Let's look at this. How much is this route going to cost to make? Okay. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and get a DC-8. We can't do that until I've sold the hotel. Oh, I have to be in the proper region to sell the hotel?
Yes, looks like it.
Nope, fine. You want...
All day and night.
You
Selling
want...
hotels left and right. I said, yeah.
Yeah! Alright, so let's... Oh, and somebody I think was asking in the last, in the stream earlier this week on your channel, it's weird, but it looks like your assistant is a person that you can send to negotiate. I'm like, nope. They are there to undo the work your negotiators have done. When you go over to them, it switches from buy to sell, and it is your assistant that is supposed to be selling the properties whenever you do that.
Also note that that your assistant is also vastly more powerful in that he or she gets shit done immediately. Doesn't need months.
It's true.
Done.
In the bank. 5x5. Alright, so let's... Oh, hang on a second. I wanna get this all squared away properly.
Check the exact distance.
No, it's not the exact distance. I want to check the exact cost of opening the route.
Okay.
I want to see whether or not 73,000 or 73,270,000.
Yes.
So with the amount of money that I have here,
keep in mind that you'll also be making money, you know, the transition at next quarter.
Be making some amount of money. Then let's call it another 100 million to get these aeroplanes. So yeah, with the amount of profit I get from the quarter, I should be able to buy 2. Yeah?
Let's see. Yeah, I think so. Unless some horrific war accident happens that raises the prices of fuel.
Alright, I can order a maximum of 3. I will order 2. And, yes, unless I, almost unless I lose money.
Or Bobo Air strikes.
That's right, Bobo Air waiting for the right moment, and then it strikes! Bobo Air out of Bobo Nowhere! Haha, what model am... Oh, shit. I just turboed... I wasn't turboing, I was just pressing...
We already knew where they were.
That's right, okay. It was just the whole world is gathered in Bapete. Good to know.
East. Southeast Asia. Good numbers. Medlink dominating Oceania. You still having control over North America. Medlink alone in South America. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous.
Well, so is that all thanks to the two new routes that are put in North America, or is it all due to the fact I no longer have this burdensome Grand Hotel in New York City?
Albatross fish. Well, I'm curious to see. We'll check when it gets to your turn what your profit margins are like on that LA to New York route, because you are making $6.9 million on it.
Indeed.
Until you sold the hotel.